Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
So I'm here over here that on the stage. So I'm going to invite my some students to come to and join me, and we can talk about spoken English. We can talk about our language. So clapping for them. Come on stage, everyone. Okay, and firstly, I'm going to introduce them. That what's your good name?
Aman Balian.
And okay, what's your good name, ma'am?
China.
And what's your good name, sir?
Gaurav Sharma, sir.
Okay, Gaurav Sharma. So, as all you know, we are talking about language, how we can improve our communication skill, and what is the importance of this thing, and why it is necessary in this atmosphere, in this era also, not atmosphere, we can say about that in job profile, in schooling, anywhere, wherever you go, that it is very mandatory part of our life. Okay, so what do you think about what is the language?
Language is anything that we can convey our message to someone in a easiest manner, and I think language is like that. If we have same medium of language that me as a speaker and my partner also, it is very easy to convey my message and to my speaker.
According to you, China?
So, according to me, language is something with the help of which we can convey our message, our ideas, and our emotions, also our feelings, also everything we can convey with the help of communication.
Okay. And according to you, Gaurav?
Sir, according to me, language basically help us to convey our feelings and message to other, so that they able to understand what we actually want to say them, and what we try to understand them. So basically, language help us to share our views and messages and feeling with other persons.
So now this is all about language. So my question, first question comes whenever we talk about language, that you can talk about anyone, everyone wants to speak much better in English because it's a global language also. So I want to ask you, what thing we can do for improving our English, and what kind of thing do you apply in your life?
So, first of all, getting rid from the fear of speaking a new language, because if you have fear in your mind, then it will control you to speak that much. As you have the efficiency for that, but the fear will control your efficiency also. First point is that, and second point is that don't fear about the mistakes also. That when we do a new work, doesn't matter it is acquiring a new language or acquiring a new skill, we will do mistakes only, as we are human beings, we are not robots or technology. So that's why the mistakes, we should have the mistakes in our learning process. The third point is we should believe in ourselves first. This is important.
So, Gaurav, as your friend told us that firstly get rid of your fear. So, what kind of policies, yeah, what kind of the plannings, and what kind of the thing we can do to get rid of our fear?
Sir, there is basically a 1-2 point which is in my mind right now. The first one is meaningful conversation with our friends, with our family members, or with our teacher also, which eventually help us to overcome our fear of mistakes. Just because if we during a speaking we made any mistake in front of the person who knows language very well than us, then it will help us a lot, and it will improve our speaking language, just because they correct us whenever we going in a wrong direction in a speaking. So in my point of view, speaking with your friends, with your colleagues, and try to speak as much as possible in English, so that it will eventually improve your speaking in English language.
So, what do you do?
To better English.
What do you do that nowadays? Like,
Okay, I am pursuing engineering from a college.
okay. So, as an engineer, that you will hit the MNC companies, that you are also looking for big firms also, and as you know that in big firms that we have nowadays, as you know that everywhere systems are there. English is very mandatory part of our life nowadays. That we can't live without English. We can think about food, other things, but English is like a part, like it is a stamp or our like qualification and our standard also. So what the importance role in your life as an engineer, you think about that?
First of all, if we go in any MNC company, so we need updated skills regularly. So to gaining that skill, we have an ability to read documentation from internet. And if we are good listener, or if we are good learner, so we can easily read those documents easily. And in interview times, we need also some speaking English to convey our message to the interviewer in technical field also.
So Gaurav, as you know that you are working in a MNC company and you are on good designation also. Okay. So Gaurav, that how you tolerate, how you manage your English, because that we have very less atmosphere, means we can say very less people we have that who can speak much better in English. So what do you do to maintain your English?
Sir, for maintain my English speaking language, there are through three method. I
want to know
yes.
what you do.
Yes, I in my regular basis I speak a lot with my German colleagues, just because either they know German language or second one is the English language. So for both of us the common language is English. So I try to speak as much as possible in a day with them, so which will help me to understand the accent and the pronunciation, some vocabulary words which I learn from them also. So that is the first method. Second one is I read a lots of books, novels and newspapers also, in which basically I prefer to read novel which is in my interested area, not the like reading a story or anything else. So basically in my opinion, in my day, these two method is very helpful for me. One is reading a books or novels, and second one is speak a lot with my German colleagues.
So China, that in our society, that in which society we comes from, that very less people are there, means number of the people very less, that who can speak much better to us. And sometime when we speak, we start speaking in English, so they also don't show off, they also say like don't show off, they make faces, and they like consider you as a show person, that she is showing us, and all thing is that she is being smart in front of us, because we don't know how you tolerate this kind of condition in your life.
Sir, first of all, in my life, in every sector where I am facing people over there, I know every person personally. That's why I am facing them and having the connection with them. So I know everyone in front of whom I can speak English and in front of whom I cannot. So, at some time, if I speak and they'll stop me, then I'll not listen, to be very honest, because I know what is my perspective to doing that thing. And one day when I'll achieve my all goals, they will ask me that how could you able to do that. So this is my personal perspective about that.
So as China said us, okay, so I would like to ask you a question. Should we change ourselves according to society, or we have to live according to our rules?
I think we stick to our roots in our society, because if we change so much with respect to society in career field, yeah, also it is mandatory to change like society, because there is a very need. But if we talk about our behavior, if we talk about something else, so yeah, we have to stick to our roots.
In English language, what special are you doing in your family?
In family right now I try to speak as much as possible in English language only, and try to use those words which are I learn from my English classes. So it will help me a lot, and also it increases the vocabulary of my family members also. So I try to maintain an environment in which every person in a family try to speak as much as possible in the English language, which directly or indirectly help me a lot.
So China, you joined us to improve your English communication skill. So what do you think about, should we join or not?
Yes, sir. My personal perspective is that we should join, because if we will not take initiative to achieve something, then we can't do anything by sitting at home, right? As I have joined here, after that I have seen a lot of improvement in me, like as I am working as a teacher. So at my job place, I am doing good, and my head are recognizing me. And recently, I have also achieved a goal, like I am a super teacher from my in charge also.
So would you suggest someone that to join offline, that for working on your English?
I think coaching centers are very beneficial for improving our vocabulary, because coaching center gives our environment to convey ourselves in front of others, and it also gives some confidence in among students that yeah, he can speak in front of all.
So Gaurav, last few years, like 5 to 10 years, you have been working, okay, with company as a okay. So after long time, you joined classes. So you never thought that why why I answer to others, and what kind of the answer I can, like if someone Papa, you are joining classes, that how you tolerate with this situation?
Sir, actually, whenever a need is generated, people take action. So that's the case in my case also. The reason is that previously I am working in a US based company, but
I'm asking your father, your son, and your daughter ask you.
no, sir. Actually, they are not well right now, just because they are very young.
And your wife asked.
Yes, sometimes my wife asking me about the why you joining the classes so late or in a age of around 30 years. So I said that right now I need that particular language to speak, just because previously around 7 to 8 years never a requirement is occur during the job, and this time I am cracking one MNC which is already a 152 years old company, and lots of people around 99% speak in English only, and sometimes I have to coordinate with my German colleagues, my Czech Republic colleagues. So I need to improve my English language, just because if I had to improve in my career, then I need to speak in English.
Sometime we have gossip with wife that you go to class. Why? That is a question. Answer nothing. Okay.